Subscribe to Bisbo and press the bell icon. See boring news turn into enjoyable stories. If you were to take a train from Gorakhpur to Mumbai, you will not stop at a single station which has an elected Congress member of parliament. Can't believe it? Then come with us as we take you on this one-day, 4-hour, 1,601 kilometer long journey on train number 15101, the Chhapra Mumbai Jan Sadharan Express that starts in Sarans Chhapra and reaches Gorakhpur Junction at 45 minutes past midnight.
Chai.
Having his last cup of tea before a nightcap will be Bhojpuri actor Ravi Kishan, who is the BJP member of parliament from the Gorakhpur constituency. As the train begins its journey in the dead of the night, about an hour and a half later comes the second halt of Basti, UP's mango county, especially famous for its Langda mangoes. That the MP from this constituency, Harish Dwivedi, also of BJP, cannot resist at even this hour of the night. As you sleep, your train will reach Gonda, the site of the famous Pritvhvinath Temple. According to legend, Pandava Bhim during his exile installed the world's tallest Shiva Lingam in this temple, to which BJP MP Kirtivardhan pays his respects before reaching home after yet another long day touring his constituency. And then your train reaches the city of Nawabs and Kebabs, Lucknow, whose elected Nawab is the current Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. But being a vegetarian, he can start his breakfast with sheermal, another delicacy of the erstwhile rulers of Oudh. As the factories begin at 7:50 am, the train reaches the leather town of Kanpur, where you can spot lines of workers filing into the gates of the dozens of industries that dot this town. You can also try the famous Thaggu ke laddu if you are the adventurous type and willing to stay till evening. Their catchline is, "Aisa koi saga nahi jise humne thaga nahi," or "There isn't a relative we haven't duped." Surely Kanpur's BJP MP Satyadev Pachauri is not among those thugged, though the biggest thug from Kanpur Dehat is surely Vikas Dubey. See Bisbo's fantastic video on his encounter. Beware, the next station is the beginning of Thug County, once the domain of dacoits, the dreaded Chambal region, in which Orai is the first stop, where the one-time bullets have turned into sweet gulab jamuns, which you can try right at the platform itself at Nand Kishore Sharma and Sons, even though it's only 10 am. Part of the Jalon constituency, Orai's elected MP is yet another BJP leader, Bhanu Pratap Singh Verma. The last stop before Madhya Pradesh is Jhansi Junction, and everyone knows what that is famous for, Rani of Jhansi, whose elected representative is still another BJP MP, Anurag Sharma. Now better have your lunch and catch a snooze, because the next stop, Bhopal Junction, is 5 hours away at 4:25 pm. The perfect time to have your cup of tea along with Sahor Kachori, with their spicy chutney if you can handle it. Because this is the constituency of the spicy sannyasin, Sadhvi Pragya, who was elected as member of parliament on a BJP ticket. As the sun begins to set, you will pass near Bori Wildlife Sanctuary at Itarsi, close to Hoshangabad, now renamed Narmadapuram, where you might meet Uday Pratap Singh, the BJP MP, on his way back from a safari. Approaching Khandwa, the last stop in Madhya Pradesh, people swear they can hear someone yodeling in the wind. Because this is the place where the famous playback singer Kishore Kumar was born. Oh sorry, that was Nand Kishore Chauhan, the BJP MP who was singing a Kishore Kumar song. Bhusawal in Maharashtra is the next stop at 10:45 pm, where you will be lucky to find any leftover bananas at this time of the night, because this place is known for its banana cultivation. And its BJP MP Raksha Khadse is the first and only lady MP you will meet on the journey. The next stop, Manmad Junction, is close to Nasik city, which is supposed to have the largest granaries in Asia, where you will meet the first non-BJP MP on this journey, Shiv Sena's Hemant Godse. The penultimate stop is Kalyan Junction, which will come at close to 5 am, where in all probability you will be fast asleep. Known for its rich spicy food, this constituency is represented by Shiv Sena's Shrikant Shinde. Finally, the train reaches Mumbai CST at the perfect time to start your day, 6:15 am. With Vada Pav, made famous by Mumbai's labour unions, who loaded up the carbs at breakfast for a long day ahead, and whose leader Arvind Sawant is the Shiv Sena MP of South Mumbai. 14 stops and not one Congress constituency. This is the condition of a party that once ruled India for 54 of the 74 years. And even now, the mother-son pair refuses to part with power, playing musical chairs for the seat of Congress president since 1998. They have no idea on how to deal with Hindutva politics, which is the elephant in the room. Today, Sonia Gandhi is leading the party like Emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar, who headed the last days of the Mughal Empire before being removed from his titular position and sent into exile by the British after the revolt of 1857. In the same way, BJP is moving towards Amit Shah's dream of a Congress Mukt Bharat. Noted journalist and author Rashid Kidwai in an article in The Quint wrote, the famous historian and socialist Ibn Khaldun was once asked by Taimur the Conqueror,
"Tell me the fate of dynasties. Jahanpana, the first generation conquers and builds the empire. The second generation spends time in administration and managing the empire, while the third spends the wealth of his ancestors on cultural pursuits. And what about the fourth generation? Fourth generation, by then it's all over."
Fits exactly, doesn't it? Nehru to Indira to Rajiv, Sonia and now Rahul. 1, 2, 3, 4. This story is from 1400 AD, but no one will be able to relate to it more than Assam's Himanta Biswa Sarma, who, when he had gone to meet Rahul Gandhi,
"Rahul ji, I want to discuss the serious situation in Assam politics." Rahul ji, हाँ, batao. Pidi, good dog. He is more interested in feeding biscuits to his dog than listening to me.
Leading him to quit the Congress party in disgust in 2015 and join the BJP. Today, Sarma is the most powerful leader of BJP in the Northeast and also Assam's chief minister. Similarly, other strong leaders of Congress like Sharad Pawar, Mamta Banerjee, Jagan Mohan Reddy and Madhurav Sindhya understood that there was no scope of growth for them in this mother-son party. Other loyalists who wanted to wake up the party from their deep slumber formed a rebel group known as G23, urging for reform and change in leadership, but came to the realization that Congress means Gandhi family, take it or leave it. In May 2022, at their brainstorming session Nav Sankalp Chintan Shivir in Udaipur, Sonia loyalists just mouted the same platitudes, giving no heed to those asking for leadership and reform.
One family, one post, but not for Gandhis. 50% leaders under 50. Commitment to secularism.
Barely had the session ended that two important Congress leaders, Sunil Jakar from Punjab and Hardik Patel from Gujarat, quit the party. But during all this, Rahul Gandhi was nowhere to be seen. He was trying to solve the party's problems in London by addressing a seminar India at 75 at Cambridge. Even political strategist Prashant Kishore was made to wait outside his office when he had gone enthusiastically with his plan to revive the Congress party. After waiting for hours, he was informed by Rahul's staff, "Rahul Baba is not here. He has gone scuba diving and then he will be in Nepal to attend a wedding." Priyanka Gandhi too refused to give him an audience and left for Los Angeles on a personal trip. In a state of disgust, Prashant left the Congress office and now plans to start his own political outfit in the state of Bihar. Now you know why there seem to be very few Congress MPs around. Viewers, can you chart for us other similar train journeys where you don't find any Congress member of parliament? Bisbo's limerick. There was once a train called Congress that won every seat in a slugfest, but the fourth generation has lost every station. To win even one, they would be hard-pressed. You will also find these sources listed in our video description section.